Hello everyone, we are back for day 2 of the Canna Brew Flame-Off Festival. And I'll tell you that the glass blowing competition that's been happening here, I would consider that an epic battle of sorts. And sometimes, like all other epic battles can ensue within those battles. So that brings me to, I'm sitting here with Tyler, okay? And Tyler is, I'm gonna just say, the champion of the Death Wing Challenge today.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't just finish this competition and win this competition, you dominated this competition. I've never seen anyone eat fresh wings that quickly to literally burn your skin and possibly make you puke, so we've heard. So, Tyler, I just want you to tell us a little bit about what was going on in your mind when you started the Wing Challenge, and how did you get yourself through to the end so quickly?
Well, I guess I was here for the glass blowing competition, obviously.
Now that's first and foremost. Yes, we're gonna get. You are a glass blower.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
But I haven't really seen your work, but I'm just gonna say I don't know, maybe you're better at the Wing Challenge than your glass. I've never seen it, so
I think so.
It's a possibility.
At least this year, I think I was more of a Wing Challenge guy than a glass blower.
Okay, so currently he's boasting his wing winnings. So anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry, tell us.
Well, so I figured I got to win something. I can't go home empty-handed. And you guys,
You didn't plan on being in the contest, did you?
Oh no, not at all. I was just kind of, I wouldn't say it'd make it cool if you did it, but got a little peer pressured into it by myself and letting it get to me.
Well, look how much clout you have
Bro,
now.
it was so worth
The
it.
clout is so high at this moment for you. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I love it. I won some great prizes for it as well.
Oh
so-
yeah, you got a Rio.
Yeah, I got a
Nice,
Rio,
nice.
yeah.
And some beans and a hat.
Yeah.
So how'd you do it though?
Rocking the hat.
How did you eat them so efficiently?
So the process is, I asked beforehand, is there a certain way we need to eat these wings? And it was like, nope, go for it. Gave us gloves. You rip the meat off of them, and you fold them inside out and just gut them.
Oh,
You just
you
go.
folded them inside out.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. I mean, it's still hot, but it's like
Right.
you can get down those first ones where people are just like starting to choke on them.
You were 2 wings ahead.
Yeah. Oh, was
Two
I?
full wings ahead.
Dude, I actually bit my finger a couple times. I was like, dang. But yeah, no, I was just going
Sometimes
for it.
the epic battle is within ourselves, like you harmed yourself
Right, to get to the top.
to get to the top.
Sometimes you got to scrape your knees to get to the top.
You've got to persevere.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for chatting with us.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't know if you can see what's going on, but this is going on until like 11 o'clock tonight. So, definitely come on down, and we're going to take a short 45-second break, and we'll be right back with the winners from the glass blowing competition. All right, we are back, and I am here with Coleman. And Coleman is the winner today of the People's Choice. All the pieces were set out on the table for everyone to view, and everybody got to come by and put in their vote, and you were the favorite of the people.
The people, yeah.
So how are you feeling about that today?
Feeling good about that. I'm glad that people enjoyed what I made, and yeah. the
I think
aesthetic.
that's really cool, and I was listening to you when you were describing your piece, and I'd like for you to just sort of tell them. They haven't seen it yet. They might be able to see it, but if just in case, tell them what your piece was about and kind of what it meant to you, sort of what you told us before.
Yeah, totally. The theme was war versus
I wish
peace.
you had it here with you.
Me too. It'd be great to just like hold it right here. But I tried to represent the way that nature has to go to war in order to be peaceful. All nature wants to be love and peace. It wants to work symbiotically, but that does not happen without, for instance, like an animal being able to defend itself. Like deers have horns and antlers, and flowers have thorns and spikes. Like it has to go to war in order to like be its most authentic, beautiful self. And so that's what I was trying to represent, especially like my piece had a candle in it, the flame representing the fire, the growth, the nature, the beauty of it all. And
I really dig that philosophy, and I believe it fully. I mean, a rose sits there beautiful, with its thorns untouched for a reason, and it's because at one time it was a little bit violent, it stays ready, to protect itself, right? That's how you survive in nature. So I think understanding that is, definitely that's a leg up, in life, just understanding that philosophy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you are a glass blower all the time, right? And you want to get your name out to the people. Tell everybody here where they can find your art.
Yeah, totally. Instagram's definitely the best way. I'm 253 Coleman.
253 Coleman.
Yes.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. And yeah, that's the best way you can find my art.
Did you post your piece up on your page yet?
Yeah, I got it on my story. I haven't made a post in like fucking 8 months. I'm in school. I don't have time for that shit. It's just like, dude, I'm in school full time. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you what, I know that full-time school is absolutely ridiculous. What are you going to school for, can I ask?
Glass blowing, yeah.
Oh, how, so.
Yeah, like scientific glass blowing and then glass art as well.
Oh, man.
Learning how to like do scientific glass, that like really difficult thin wall, crazy clear shit. But then also hot shop and kiln casting and cold working. Learning how to do everything like properly.
I'm telling you, we're just, like for me, I'm just scratching the surface of this community. Listening to all your terminology, these are all new terms to me. So I really appreciate being here with you guys. And you guys are just like more than willing to spill out that knowledge. And that's kind of what we're about too. So I really appreciate you for sure.
Gotta share the knowledge.
Thank you very much for talking with me. Congratulations on being the people's choice.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And we will be right back with the third place winner.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we are back here at the Canna Brew Flame-Off Festival, and we have the third place winner. His name is Ryan. So would you please kind of just take us through your piece a little bit and explain sort of what it meant to you? And like I said, we're going to try to get everybody to be able to view these, but I'd really like to hear from you a little bit about the piece.
Okay, so my piece is, I usually do wolves, and so I incorporated my wolf design with the theme of the competition was war and peace. So my wolf was a soldier, and he had a gun with a flower in the barrel, and it was from the flower power movement before Vietnam, where protesters put flowers in the barrel.
That's right. Yep. Very cool. So, all right, so tell us, like, where can we find your art? If we wanted to go get some of Ryan's art, where can we find you? And then if you have an IG, it'd be cool, and then they could go on there and maybe view your piece.
Yeah, so that's actually the main way is my Instagram. It's Ryan Kane _glass, and Kane is K-N-E.
K is K.
Yep. And then there's shops around the country that have my work as well.
Very cool, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming out and talking with us. Everybody, if you want to find him on IG, say it again for us, Ryan.
Ryan Kane, K-N-E _glass.
All right, thanks very much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back again. I am here with John of the very happy second
Hell
place
yeah.
winner.
Got it. Way to
Look at that, you got the medal on. This is what John won. They had several torches to choose from.
It's a custom painted Mirage with the new, they put a foot pedal knob on here basically. You know, you only need 2 hoses to hook it up. It's
Very
really nice for
nice.
traveling and doing like competitions and like that. So I really couldn't
that
be
is-
happier with that.
That's a badass torch. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's thrilled. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your piece?
My piece was a female form that had shackles on that had broken free, and she was giving a piece. Like the theme was war and peace, you know. So
Beautiful, yes.
my concept was more of like an internal war and peace that people have with themselves and the mentality. So I brought in like some mushroom imagery with the shackles, to where maybe somebody could break through from their own like oppressing themselves, even, you know, or like trying to gain more self-confidence themselves, or there's a lot. And then the base of it was like kind of water. You can be like free-flowing, that you can like fit into any situation.
Absolutely.
You know?
I was just telling
Yeah.
our people, I do a news segment, and I was just telling everybody, I try to throw into some words of wisdom at the end, and I was like, be like
Yep.
water, you know, water takes the form of anything. That's Bruce Lee, you know, I love that. So I love your shirt
Yep.
too. That's it's
This is
Seedless
some of
is
Seedless
the brand.
gear
That
they're
looks so
coming out
cool. We
with,
got blunts and leaves and
The rigs
and
on there,
bongs
yep.
on there, man.
Oh yeah, I had
That's
to
really
get this
awesome.
one. I've been wearing
So-
Seedless for years.
Yeah, that's so cool, man.
They're old school.
Very neat. So tell us where we can find your art. Like, how can we get a piece
Mostly,
made by John?
I've been doing business through DM me on Instagram. I have been posting some like YouTube shorts lately too, if you want to see some of my work and kind of get my kind of personality, the feel for what I'm going for.
What would we be searching? Is that your company there that Zach is
Here's
holding
my
up?
logo here. I'm from Springfield, Illinois. You can look
Yeah, I
up
like that you
Jaywalker
brought
Glass.
the logo. You can
Yep,
probably
I just
find
had
that
these
pretty
posters put up. You can even get these for $10 from me if you send me a message.
Yeah, send
Cool.
John a message. We got some mushrooms in there.
Yeah.
Got a nice little bong, and it's oh my gosh, it's a
All
whole
the
face. The
themed
longer
up.
you look at it, the more you see.
There's a lot going on there,
There,
right?
oh my gosh, there's a naked woman
Little
astronaut.
aliens, got everything you need.
All right, so you feel really good. I mean, this was a big deal.
It was, yeah. Especially, I'm a Midwest glass blower. These are all local glass blowers. We've kind of developed our own little scene here in the Midwest now, from everybody, gaining their skills up. And we're trying to, have our own local event here. Hopefully, it'll keep going for years and years. I know I'm coming back next year.
I know we're coming back. I'm telling you, I think this is going to be the time. So I've never been exposed to the glass community in this way, and I've got to say, you guys know how to party.
Yeah.
So
that is one side of it. You got to be able to be. That's part of the war and peace also. Is a glass blower.
Yes.
You have to find balance.
The yang of sorts.
Yep. You got to know when it's time to work, and you know when it's time to relax. So.
Indeed. Know when it's time to smoke a blunt, and know when it's time to...
That's time now for me.
Put it out.
I think this is the last interview I'm doing, and then I'm just chilling after this.
I think that's great. Thank you very much for your
man.
time. We really appreciate you
same
coming
here, man.
out.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back. right, we're back, and we are here now with the first place winner of the whole competition. His name is Derek, and he is holding an even larger torch with even more hoses. Could you imagine how much accelerant you can force into that chamber all at the same time? You're going to be able to melt. Are you making molten lava, or what are you doing with that thing?
Yeah, this thing definitely gets really hot. Before I was working on a torch that only had these first 2 stages on it, so it was about the size of that one. And I've been working on that one since 2016, so I've since outgrown it. And this was
time to step up to the big boy.
Certainly something I needed to step up to.
And what better way to get yourself one than to come win a contest?
Exactly. I figured if I could pay with my time, why not?
I mean, you know what? That's a really good way to look at it. So, speaking of your time, tell us a little bit about your piece and what went into it.
So I started with the thought of what would be my favorite weapon to take into battle, since this competition is a battle of sorts. And I thought there'd be no more fun weapon to fight with than the flail, the ball and chain.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so I am very familiar with this piece because it really did stand out to me. It's literally a glass. It's a ball and chain.
Yeah,
I don't know if is that the proper terminology. But it's got the handle and it's got the chain and then it's got the spiky ball. A mace. Yes, thank you, Brad. So anyway, so it's a mace, and I know that there's a funny story about the mace and the reason why you chose it. What is that?
Yeah, so I chose it because it's actually not a weapon that exists in history. It's actually something that is impractical to use because of the chain and ball. Everything that you give out kind of gets redirected back at you if the opponent is wearing an armor of sorts. So it's a completely useless, peaceful weapon, which the theme was war and peace.
You're like, I have this, but I never plan to fight with it ever.
Exactly. And
it's really just it's a novelty item. It didn't even exist. You see a mace on the wall at medieval times. You ever find yourself at a medieval times? Know that it is false. It was never used in battle because, I don't know, it just doesn't even seem right. Like, give me my sword.
It'd be too easy to hit yourself with, And that's also where I chose the idea because it's most likely a weapon that never killed anybody. It's a very peaceful weapon.
But I'll say something about this for being a completely glass mace. You have fashioned it so that you can swing it around and everything. It's a functioning mace until it makes contact with something, and then I think that would be the end of that.
I'm afraid you're correct. Yeah, it would definitely shatter into
so how do you feel, man? Like this is like the Super Bowl, man. You just like won the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, I definitely feel very accomplished at this point. It's huge to be at a point in my career where I can compete for something like this, where when I started I was traveling to go and watch these bigger artists compete for these prizes. So
you were just spectating.
It's very much a turn of events where it's been a journey to come to this point from being a spectator at these events. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say I love that you started out as a spectator and you're like, oh, maybe I want to do this, and now you're in here winning the entire competition. So tell everybody where they can find your art. If they want a custom piece by you, how do we go about doing that?
So right now I am currently selling directly to brick and mortar stores, but there are plenty that support me throughout New York, Colorado, California, Oregon.
Any specific you can think of? Because some would have an online shop.
Shout out to Headspace Glass in Buffalo. Shout out to Dab Nation in LA,
right,
Colorado.
Dab Nation. Hashtag.
Let's give a shout out to Fusion Glass Galleries as well. I think they're located in LA and they got some great pieces right now. Those would be the three that I'd like to say. You should go search up them and search up their websites for my work. And you can also just Google Camper Glass Pipes and you'll most likely find them listed
Camper Glass Pipes. I just want to make sure that's coming through clear. We do have some music and a couple helicopters in the background.
Yeah. I'm also on Instagram at Camper Glass. I got that tag, and I will field requests for customs every once in a while.
Well, that's really awesome. Well, big congratulations to you. I know this is a huge day, and thank you so much for your time. I'm sure you're exhausted. All you guys worked so hard. Shout out to all of the contestants. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to, what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. I can't. What is he trying to tell me? One more what? Okay. All right. We got the message across. There's a lot of noise here. But anyway, thank you so much for coming up and chatting with us. And we are going to be right back with Zach and I, evidently. That was the message. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, we're back, and with none other than the man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Zach.
Not behind the computer this time. How's it going?
You know, you are always working. Always working.
Always running. Hey, it's fun. It's what I like to do.
This show would not be this show without you and everything that you.
Oh, it wouldn't be the show without all of
Well,
us, man.
I mean, I agree, but sometimes, you know, when the production is just such a large part of everything, I'm like, man, I gotta hand it to Zach.
Hey, I enjoy the shit out of it. But you know what? If you guys aren't doing anything tonight and you're anywhere near Kansas City, get down here to Grinders. If you can't see this behind us, it's a blast.
It really is.
There's so many vendors.
A legit event, and it's a really, really great time. So you
They'll
guys
be here till 11. And if you guys, you know, unfortunately we didn't have the pieces up for all the winners tonight, but if you guys tune in Tuesday, I'm gonna have all the videos laid out. I'm gonna have this whole event laid out.
For sure. You got to see those pieces, man. There's some amazing stuff. I found out that one of the judges made some of the early stuff for the squash off for Uncle Stoner, and made a bunch of Bobby's like custom pieces, and Bobby was showing me one. It was super cool. That was Bob.
Yes,
the
Bob.
judge. Shout out to Bob.
So the first interview from yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, if you guys are, if you're bored, come on. We're here.
Yeah. You know what? Hopefully we'll see you guys tonight. Like I said, you guys stay lifted.
Yeah, we are going to stay lifted as well. So.